Now, normally, folks, I don't do this, but at this stage of the game, I know it's a lot of individuals that I know need this type of information. So I'm going to share some information that's coming soon to a lot of individuals in my book, Tactics to Making Millions. It's talking about real estate. A lot of individuals been now understanding that I've been doing a little stuff. So we're going to keep that going. But nonetheless, damn, it's a lot of stuff going on the sidelines. But yeah, I want to talk to everybody a little bit about how I came up on a few different properties, and I want to make sure that you all can be able to do the same thing. And we talking about getting pre-foreclosures. Now, at this point in time, I got my screen pulled up because I'm going to actually show you guys one property. This in particular property is an investment property that I just purchased. I just got the deed on. And some of you guys and girls may have seen a couple videos I just posted about the land that's out there that I just actually got from last year on one of my cousin's birthday. Actually, two of my cousins, because it's the twins. You know what I mean? Shout out to the twins because they was good luck. And yeah, so basically, when dealing with auctions, tax foreclosures, pre-tax foreclosures and tax foreclosures and things like that, it's several different ways you could go about obtaining the properties. So what you really want to do first, like within the city of Dallas, if individuals is in the city of Dallas, this your boy Eric Morgan speaking, just to let y'all know. But nonetheless, what you really want to do is go down to the county clerk office, right? And get a form. This form right here is to let individuals know it only costs you about $10 to actually get filled out, and you have like a 90-day window, which it explains to you down there. You got like a 90-day window to be able to purchase properties. And this form is letting individuals know that you don't owe no delinquent taxes at this point in time. Because if you owe delinquent taxes, you cannot purchase property. You feel what I'm saying? You won't be able to get the property in your name. So that's one way and one of the first steps that you actually have to do. Now that I shared that information with you all, I also want to share this. I might be bouncing and jumping around because when I think of the stuff that I know that I need to share with y'all, that's exactly what I'm going to do at that time. However, if you got questions or comments about something particular, just get at me. It's all good. You feel me? But when I know I need to speak on it because I'm speaking on something, I'm gonna share that information. So this is the first thing. They have a tax sale and a tax resale. When you go to the original tax sale, which is 9 times out of 10, the first Tuesday of the month, every first Tuesday at your county courthouse, wherever you at, whatever city you located in, you can be able to go down to your county courthouse building and be able to, find out about the tax sales that's located in your area. So y'all just do a little bit more research on that. You feel me? But contact me. I could be able to get you some more information on that because this is what I do. You know what I mean? Along with a lot of other things. But a lot of people didn't know. You feel me? But it's all good. You know what I mean? I try to dib and dabble in a lot of different things. Now, just walking you through the process. Once a property is gone in a tax foreclosure sale, what tends to happen in a tax foreclosure sale is the individuals, all the taxes is due from whatever years there was delinquent, and there may be other fees involved for whatever reasons, for lawyers and so on and so forth. And at the time of the sale, the minimum bid that's required is the amount that's owed. Now, a lot of you all is looking at the screen and like, okay, he just talking, but the screen is bouncing around from this to that. So what I'm gonna try to do right now is focus in on something while I continuously explain what's going on. Now, nonetheless, we talked about that. So we're gonna get into after individuals don't actually pick up the sale there at the tax foreclosure sale, they have what is called a resale. Now, the resale is what Feezy love because I'm a resale type of individual. I've been reselling all my life. You feel what I'm talking about? But the resale, what's so great and unique about the resale is when you have an opportunity to be able to say, for an example, it may be a home that's valued at, let's just give out some figures. Let's say $100,000, but individuals in debt maybe $20,000, and individuals know that they don't want to pay this delinquent fees or whatever it is because it's been accumulated over the last 15 years of time, and all whatever the different cases may be, because different cases have different situations. Nonetheless, the property may not even be worth as much as it is because it may be been abandoned, stuff been torn down in it or need to be torn down, demolished basically, and things like that. So individuals tend to say, okay, I'm gonna shy away from that, and they don't get it in the first tax sale. They let it go to the resale, which now the county then struck it off, and now they allowed the city to be able to pick it up so that the city could be able to receive some funding to for their city needs or whatever. So what ended up happening is once you be able to get it at the resale, now you're able to get it in there and make minimum purchase bids, to whereas as sometimes they as low as like this in particular property that I'm supposed to show y'all, which I'm actually gonna show y'all my deed. And as you see right here in the deed, you know, that's what I paid. $275 for this in particular property in the resale. You know what I mean? Now they also have homes in these same sales besides just land. But we're talking about land right here that I'm actually showing you guys at. Now on this screen, this is where my land is actually located at. This is the street from the sky map. And at this point in time, of course, I have papers here because I'm looking to build on my land. So me and my wife, of course, been going out and looking at different homes to purchase for investment purposes and things like that. You know, just trying to figure out different ways to be able to get some things did, you know what I mean? And trying to most definitely keep everything economical at the same time in the process of doing it. One unique thing, what I'm gonna mention about the home thing, especially if an individual already own their land, they have individuals like, depending on where you're located at, where you could have these prefabs or modular homes and things like that created, and they could be made economically cheap, and you can have them put on your land and save you some money if you actually trying to live in it yourself, maybe a home for your parents, and or just an investment property, something that you're trying to invest in and be able to recoup some money and continuously grow for whatever it is. But before you do that type of stuff, what you really want to do once you be able to bid and get the property like we just showed you here by obtaining the deed, as you see right there, what you really want to do is make sure that there's nothing on, like no liens, because sometime over the course of years, individuals may have liens on their property. So you want to go down and to the county recorder and make sure that there's no liens on it. You actually could do a lot of this stuff from your computer as well by going like to the city recorder website and check out the information to find out what you have to do to see if there's any liens available. Luckily for me, where my property is located at, and we're going to talk about that in just a short minute, because there's some other work that I have to do before I'll be able to build on this in particular property. But if you listen to what I'm explaining to you and watch this video a couple times, you will get the information, because I'm giving you the step-by-steps of what I had to do to get everything done, and going forward with a bigger project, because once I obtained the property, I still right now can't even access the property because the street then got trees growing in it, and that's something that I'm gonna get into later. But I'm gonna talk to you guys right now about just obtaining the property, and then I'm gonna talk about what do I have to do, and you know, all the different steps that I'm going to actually have to go through to be able to actually have a street back created so that I can obtain my property, so that I can build on my property for the investment purposes. Now, once you check for the liens, which luckily for me, this in particular property, as y'all see right here, it says it's nothing owed, nothing owed on this in particular property. That was a blessing for me, you know what I mean? The last property that I got in one of these auctions, I think it was like $7,000 or something. Even though I picked up, it was the first property that I picked up to in like 2013. I picked up the property for like $202 plus the $50 file and recording fee, but I also had to pay an additional $5,000 in back liens, which the liens come from, again, where individuals throw trash on your yard. They may have to come cut the weeds and these different things, or whatever else that may have been done to the property before you had owned it. That type of stuff you actually have to cover. Another thing you may do, let's say for an example, in the case with this in particular property, it was maybe about like 14 years of taxes owed on the home. So what they was able to do for me, as you see right here, it maybe was 14. I'm just go right here in the deed where it actually says that they was waiving certain years, and from time to time it's kind of hard. Okay, here it is. So what they saying right here in the second line is that they waiving the years from 91 to 2011. That's basically like 10 years they waived the taxes for me, and I had to pay from 2012 to 2015, which only came up to a total, as y'all see, folks, right there, $555. That's not a lot of money. So I only spent basically for this in particular property the $275 that y'all seen, plus an additional $555. You feel me? Taking care of the business that needed to be taken care of. Moving along, letting individuals know now about the more seriousness to the situation, because I'm actually going to show you guys on this. And the reason I'm going to do it, it's a screen right here, and I don't know if y'all can see it better on the screen versus this paper, but the screen may be better, you know what I mean? So what I'm going to say, this in particular area where you guys see the green at, this the land that I just purchased. This is the area in which it's in. Now where you see the number 1 at, the city actually owned that. And what I really want to do is blow it up a little bit more, but it may be harder for you guys and girls to see. So I'm going to just stay focused at this point to give you guys an understanding. What I'm going to do is circle here. All of this area here is full of trees, which means this is the original street that was once there, but it's trees here now. So what I had to do just yesterday, after I shot the video a day before, once I had my deed, I could go access my property. Once I was able to access my property, I had to find out now like what's my borderline. So I had to contact a survey company, which the survey company is going to charge me like $725 to come out and do a land survey. And that's a cool price, because anywhere from $700 to $900 is actually costing to do a land survey. Just so happen, all of this area is in particular treed up, which means they really can't access my property without going on other people's property. That's kind of like a problem, you know what I mean? And so with me really wanting to build on my property, I have to go down now to the city and find out what do I have to do. So of course they're going to do what? Give me the runarounds as always, but in these type of situations, you have to be prepared to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? You got to get the information, because when you bidding on these properties, it tell you, you know what I mean? When you get in the deed, it says as is. You know what I mean? Self-explanatory. Let me find my deed real quick, and I'm going to show you guys and girls. It says that when you get in the property, you getting it as is in whatever condition that it is at the time of the purchase. And so a lot of times they, you know, you really want to do your research on these properties. And so this time, you know, I was just so excited that I knew that I could be able to throw a couple $100s in there and possibly be able to win something. That's what I did. Just being real with y'all. Every chance that I got just to throw some money out there, a couple hundred here or there in the auctions or whatever, you feel me? I'll just do it just to see if I was going to win. I wasn't really even tripping off really just trying to say, okay, I'm going to make sure I win something big every time. Let me put this, because that's what jacked the prices up. And I didn't want to get into no jacking prices up bidding war with other people. I was always just bidding a few $100s. You feel what I'm saying? So, and that's what I continuously did. And I won a couple properties doing that. However, at this time now, you can't. But getting back to this whole key. This is the only area by me coming right here. These people just got their house tore down. Luckily, when you see me in that video, I'm standing on their property. That's the property that I'm actually standing on, which means I could gain access to my property here. These people not in debt. All these people not in debt, so I can't go get their stuff. The only people who own something over here that 100% I got 100% approval of is number 1, because the city owns this property. Now, there's several other properties. In order for me to have them come back down here and make a street, I have to get And I'm going to show you all on this paper right here. Because this paper is the same thing that we was just looking at, but it's just a different way. And of course, once again, my property is here. And this is one, which is the city of Dallas. They own that. So the city of Dallas is one. But I need 14 people out of 9 people on this side and 9 people on that side. I need at least 14 people, regardless to whatever sides, to be able to come in and put on my petition, because I just filed a petition to be able to have this street open back up. This street open back up. So these property owners on both sides of the street could be able to have a street, because as of right now, all these different property owners cannot access their property. It's 18 different properties that no property owner can access. It's actually more than that. It go down a little bit further, but the way that I petitioned it, I was just worried about this lot because we'll make it like it's a court street right here. You know what I mean? Getting into recreating the name of the street, that's something I'm going to do later. I just got to make sure that I could get the other individuals on board first. But, of course, a feezy way might be, unique. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? It might be something cool. But nonetheless, so what I did was some research. And what I'm finna do is show you guys the research that I had to do, because, of course, getting 18 or 14 different people, well, of course, I already got 2, because I got me and I got the city of Dallas. So I need another 12 individuals to be able to, out of these properties that I see, I need 12 properties to be able to be on board, to be able to jump in and take care of this issue. Now, not only just say, yeah, we want this street open, we also have to pay a fee. The fee is for them doing the street and paving the road, and it's basically like $150, basically. Maybe it's like $145, $140, but I'm gonna just say $150, right? Because I'd rather say more than less. So let's say $150 times however many feet it is in the width of the street of your home. So let's say, for an example, going back to this map right here, and I'm gonna show you guys on this map right here. This is the street right here, right? So on my lot right here, which is this my lot, as you see going across, it's what that number say right there? Y'all probably can't see it, but it say 49, let's see, 49.95. So basically 50 feet across. So I got to go 50 times 150, may come up to close to almost about $5,000 to $6,000, $7,000. But they give you a 50% discount for helping the city come in and recreate this type of stuff. So that's a blessing too. So let's say I'm going to end up paying about $3,500. You know what I mean? Me. Now, the rest of these people, I got to write a letter. That's what I'm in the process of doing now. Writing a letter. And you like, well, how's you going to contact all these people? Don't worry, Fee's going to show y'all all that. You know what I mean? This is what I do. You know what I mean? Now, I got to write a letter. My letter going to be genuine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let everybody know about everybody. That's the one way to do it. I'm going to let everybody know that this person, just so happened I did my research already. I haven't wrote the letter. But just so happened, luckily for me, a lot of these people own a couple of these properties. They own multiple properties. So it's like a couple real estate companies that own like 2 or 3 properties, a couple different other people that own 2 or 3 properties, and just some other people's that's single. So when I see that individuals is continuously paying their taxes on this property, and not only is they paying their taxes on the property, that mean they current. That mean that they alive. You know what I mean? That's one good detail. You know what I mean? That mean when I write they house and you finna ask me, okay, how am I gonna find them? Let's just click on this one right here that's next to mine, and you're gonna see the screen gonna change. And right here, it tells me the people name, who own the home, where she, basically her address. She in California. You know what I mean? And yeah, you know, I could get at them and let them know what's going on. Like, yeah, I'm trying to open up the street. You own like 50 feet, just like I own 50 feet. The math is this. So for your land, it's going to cost you this to be able to come in, and we could all be able to do it together and have this project done. And as most of these individuals as investors, you know, it's something wise for us to do, to be able to open it all up and get the job done. So that's something that I'm having to work on right now. Something that I never did before, but I had to go down to, once again, going down to City Hall to be able to get this information taken care of, because, you know, as an investor, I'm trying to get the job done and work. Now, people may be like, well, Fees, What if that don't work? You know, I know you got a plan B, fees. You know what I mean? That might not work. Some of these people might just want to say they want the land like that into another 15, 20 years and let it all, whatever, right? Let's just say if that possibly happened. Well, just so happened, I'm going to go look at this map right here. When I was standing on this property and I shot the video, when you see those sticks in the video that was laying around, that's this in particular land right here. And guess what, folks? These people, they're in trouble. Right now, they're in trouble. And let me show you who these people is. Fees do his research, right? And Fees teach people, you know. That's what I do. So, on the website for Dallas County, it's stating who's the owner, the address, how much they owe in taxes. I don't know how clear that is to y'all, but it's there. Y'all, that ain't number like, what, 4,500? I don't know if y'all can really see it that good, but that ain't number 4,500. And so just so happen, not only do they own 4,500, they've been owing for quite some time. And these same people own multiple properties in the city of Dallas. All these properties this one person owns. Now, at this point in time, for me, what's interesting is that these people could possibly be deceased. I don't know. 9 times out of 10, that's what I'm feeling. They could be in a nursing facility or something, and the family ain't really worried about the property and stuff like that. A lot of this type of stuff happens a lot. And the family was probably never taught this information. Like for me and my family and stuff like that, a lot of individuals wasn't shared the information from those before us. So when certain things in the family happen, like for example, my grandmother or my grandfather passed or whatever, motherfuckers didn't know shit. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers was running around with their heads cut off and all kind of shit on the real. And you know, sometimes they was just like, oh yeah, that's just Lil Eric. You know what I mean? So we ain't gonna ask him nothing. That nigga don't know nothing. But anyways, you know what I mean? I'm gonna push past that real fast. You know what I mean? Because that's how I think and that's how I feel and that's how I am and that ain't gonna change. But yes, they own all these different properties, and just so happen all these properties is in delinquent, you know. So for me right now to go find them, or even the lawyers, because this is an estate. I don't know if you guys can see this that good. They have lawyers over their case. That's what this means when it got that name. It's probably fuzzy or whatever. I'm sorry about that. But when you see that ETAL, that means that it's an estate, right? It may have other individuals involved, what have you. And so for me right now, this property gives me access to this because I'll make a little drive through here. Even if I could get this from them, I go pay they $4,500 and not only pay they $4,500 for their back taxes, but also give them some money, you know, for doing it. Because without me doing that, I won't have access to this. Because they already own this and they can build. And all these people, they paying on their stuff. That's if they don't want it. And I don't need these people because they not a part of this street. It's only this people and these people. I really need these people and these people on board to build a street. If not, this property is useless. That's the truth. So at this point in time, I got to do hard work on this land to be able to obtain it, and possibly the others that they own. Is possibly a way that I could get those properties as well. If you guys are interested in helping a brother out, contact me. So we go. The more people that come together, you know what I mean? The more we could build, the more we could do. You feel me? That's just common sense. You feel me? Just like in a street game, it's only common sense. But you got to start somewhere. So the first thing for me to do was say, you know what? Go down to City Hall, talk to the people so they could tell me what to do. And that's what I did. I had to go talk to Ethan, or Efren, you know what I mean, the project coordinator, so he could actually help me coordinate this to get it started. And that's what I did, folks. You know what I mean? That's what's going on. Y'all most definitely, as always, negotiate the close. You feel me? This is what's going on right now. Y'all stay zapped in and tapped in. Don't go nowhere. This your main man E Fees. As always, doing what we do. 24-hour network radio. EWM Enterprise Inc. This is just a little real estate lesson. I ain't never really gave y'all one, but this one is a step-by-step guide. I know y'all learned more than I ever shared with just about anybody on this subject right now. I don't really even go step by step detailed like this. If you rewind this shit, you done learn some shit, and you could take this information anywhere and really use it. You feel what I'm talking about? Contact me, EWM Enterprise Inc. at gmail.com if you want more information, or if you really serious about making something happen with regards to this real estate game. And we can make it happen, because it's properties all across America, you know what I mean, just like this and others, you know what I mean. All you got to do is be serious. So get at me, you know what I mean.